Hi everybody, this is Miss Murphy. I'm here to do a demo about drawing your ear, as we've already finished doing the eye, the mouth, and the nose. So now I'm going to focus on the ear. Some of you may not see your ear in your portrait, but it's always a good practice. And I'm just going to break it down into a few basic steps. So one of the things that we did when we drew the mouth was to draw a guideline, which I'm going to start out with lightly with my pencil. And so I like to draw a line, maybe the length of what I believe my ear will be. So you might even want to actually measure, or you can just take your hands and do some sighting to see approximately how long or how high the ear is. So I start with a line and then I draw two small lines, one on the top, one on the bottom, almost like I'm drawing a long rectangle. Then I'm going to draw a short line coming down to about there. So I would say that is not even halfway there. And then I'm going to draw another line like so. I could have made this a little wider. I probably should have, but I'm going to keep going. All right, so this is the shape that you want to get here. And then you're going to start by drawing the curve of the ear. So I'm going to start from this corner here, and I'm going to come all the way around. I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge there. And then as I go down, I just shape it. Now I just want to emphasize that everybody has a different shape ear. So I'm just drawing a very basic shape as a reference for you. So my guideline is there to help me. I'm going to draw this line kind of up here. Next, I'm going to draw another line that is not leaving a lot of space between the ear and this line because it's actually pretty close to it. So you want to just draw this curve coming down, and then it gradually curves down. So basically it is parallel to that line, but it's coming in a little further on the inside. I meant to also say that I'm going to bring this curve around here on the other side. So it's more, almost looks like a question mark when you really look at it. So kind of, it has a curve to it, and everybody has a different shape. So I'm just keeping this pretty simple, and actually I'm going to erase this out. It went down a little too far there. So now that I have this, I'm going to actually erase my guideline. And now I have the shape of my ear, and I can start to apply other details surrounding. I don't need this line here. Sometimes I just bring this up a little bit, okay, and erase any unnecessary lines or edges that I have in my drawing. And of course, I need to draw another line in here, which is going to start right here and come in. And you'll notice there's a little bump there that curves in. So I'm sure if you take a look at your ear, you'll see a little curve, and then it actually kind of looks like almost like a little M shape in there sometimes. It really depends on your ear. And you know, it's attached, so I actually sometimes erase this a little bit. I only make this subtle here, so like that. It's close enough. So I'm gonna keep going around here, and I like to refine some of those things. And now I'm gonna go in with my shading. There's more details I could probably add in here. I think it's a good idea to start by adding in some of your darker values, like inside of these corners here. So if I just go in here and just add a shadow in around here and then shape it a little bit, you'll actually see some of the shape of this curve in here. So I'm going to shape my ear by going in and above here a little bit. I'm just shading. I'm going to be blending this in later. I'm starting with some of my darker values. I'm going to shade the inside of the ear, kind of shape like that. You can even blend a little bit if you want. I'm going to erase this out a little bit. And there we go. I'm just going to add a little more shading to this. And notice how it actually enhanced some of that shape. And then there's going to be a little bit more of a shadow in here. I'm going to blend it a little bit. And I actually want to make this look a little more solid in here and just darker perhaps, but still keeping that slightly curved against there, so it looks like my ear is attached, but bringing this also around the edge. The other thing I like to do is just go around the ear again and pull out that detail around the edge, like so. And now I'm finally kind of getting into some of the details here. So now I'm going to shade along this edge here, like so, and just shape it up a little bit. Okay, so you can see how I've already just adding a little bit of shading in there. It just added another like dimension to it. Sometimes I shape this in and I like erase a little bit some of my highlights out here. Just really depends on what you can see, by the way. And you know, this line here, sometimes I make this a little darker as it goes in, and then just add a little bit of shape to this, little shading, just a little bit of shading, and maybe just going around some of these edges just slightly to pull out some of these details as I go around. And then, you know, where your ear is hitting against your head, some of you might actually be doing a profile, but you might only see a little bit of your ear. So it just really depends on what you are going to see in your final portrait. But you can always go back in and erase and pull out some of these details and also blend gently with your pencil around, and then just adding sometimes a little bit of a shadow on the top is really useful. So there you have it. There's the ear. So just going around even just the bottom and adding a few little shapes and shadows as you go. Make sure you refine and take your time to really observe all those details carefully. And thank you for watching, and good luck with your next steps, everybody.